ADR, guess who's back after a long hiatus? I think it's pretty safe for me to say I told you so in regards to 6ix9ine. Look what happens, man. Sometimes I feel like people have this thing where it comes in waves of stupid, Like all these people leaving their kids to die in the heat in their cars. One person did it. Now all of a sudden you start hearing about it every week. Joel Santana gets caught with a gun at the airport. It seems like every other week another rapper's getting caught carrying a gun to the airport. You got T.I., you got some other rapper, and you got a couple others that got caught. And I'm like, first of all, how can you forget your kid is in the car? Second, for these rappers carrying guns to the airport, how can you forget that you're packing, especially at an airport, saying that you don't remember that you had it on you or had it in the bag? Like, a gun or a kid is like a cell phone. Before you step out of the house, you make sure you got it. So I don't fall for that excuse of I just didn't know or I forgot. Because look, man, they're getting like 5, 10, 15 years in prison, man. That's some serious prison time right there. And if you weren't a felon before, after that, guess what? You got that on your record. You ain't buying no firearms legally anymore. So that's one of the main reasons why I've always kept my record clean, man. I want to always make sure that when my name goes up, it comes back clean. Because I'm not thinking negative. I'm not using mine for negative stuff. As I have always said, man, you always got to protect yourself because ain't nobody going to protect you better than yourself, man. Because you're the only one who has that will to survive when it comes to your own life. You might have bodyguards, you might have whatever. But, man, when it comes down to it, we all want to live, man. So I'd rather have the best chance of protecting myself and my family if it ever came down to it versus having to put my faith in calling 911 and hoping that the response time is less than 1 minute, which you know that ain't going to happen. Especially in most cases when a life-threatening emergency happens, you're not even going to have time to call 911. Now back to this Tekashi 6ix9ine stuff, man. He's getting himself real deep in too much trouble, man. I mean, how many times has he gone to court, gotten lucky that he's beaten it to the point where he hasn't had to spend any serious jail time, and he just keeps messing up, man. He doesn't realize how lucky he has been up until this point. Other people in his position that doesn't have that celebrity status, they would have been in jail a long time ago for 10, 15, 20 years. And then you got all these rumors going around talking about how he was threatened by the Bloods when he was an inside. And man, you gotta understand, man, Tekashi is a polarizing figure, man. You got some supporters, but he's been basically burning every bridge around him, though, at the same time. You got booking agents talking about they want refunds. You have supposedly his ex-manager stealing millions from him. That's supposed to be one of his homeboys from the set. Then you got the inside job of the kidnapping / robbery that happened to him. That was done by his own homeboys. And then now, you got some of his inside circle that he fired supposedly conspiring to take his life, man. When you live a life as high profile as that, man, you got a lot of people wanting handouts. And you were cool when you would just maybe buy some pizza, buy some 12 packs, buy a bottle of Hennessy, you're cool, But when you got that money, everybody wants your spot. So that's when you have to become extra guarded on who you let be around you, man. Because they're going to be trying to put you in some dangerous situations so they can take advantage, man. Be opportunistic. Take what you got. And 6ix9ine hasn't been helping himself getting into all these beefs with Chicago rappers. Going around with other people's baby mamas and stuff like that. And if there's anything that anybody should know about this society, man, it's how easy people get heated when somebody's talking to their ex, man. Regardless if you claim that you have dead feelings or not, man. A lot of men out there will kill. Listen to what I'm saying. Kill over a female, man. And that's crazy. You're willing to throw away your life and spend a lifetime in jail because of someone you're not even with anymore, man. Because you let somebody get under your skin. You let somebody bother you. You let somebody ruffle them feathers. It ain't worth it, man. 6ix9ine, he's in a tough spot, man. I wouldn't want to be him. Not only for his past charges, I'm saying that, but he don't know right now who to trust. He needs to just get some real legit cats in his corner. I'm not talking about gang members. I'm talking about some hook up with some H&R Block for his accounting. Hook up with some like legit white collar bodyguards. Start living straight, man. When you're going out here woofing a lot, man, you're gonna forget where you are, man. You forget when you're traveling, the people you're traveling to have that hometown advantage, man. And you might be smart, you might be alert, but you don't know every nook and cranny, man, of that neighborhood. So, man, I feel for him on that point. But at the same time, man, he rich. He has, according to what came out recently, he was trying to offer the court his full $1.6 million bank account balance so he could make bail, which got denied. And I tell you what, man, if I had that kind of money in my bank account, man, you won't be hearing no mess like that from me. I ain't getting into beef with nobody. My stuff gets handled behind the scenes, not in front of the camera lens, man. How many times can somebody just dry snitch on themselves? How many times can someone like him say he's about that life, and then all this evidence comes out on the contrary? Then you got his lawyer, trying his best to keep him out of jail by saying he's just portraying to be a gangster for entertainment purposes. You know how dangerous of a statement that is? That lawyer, when he said that out of his mouth, that's a desperate move. That just killed any street cred Tekashi might have had, man. Once that came out of that lawyer's mouth, oh man, I was like, he's done, man. He's done. Like, no matter how many of his tracks were fired for a minute, he can't handle his own by himself. All these videos of him fighting and that incident with him and YG in LA and stuff, and him being held back. He reminded me of like Justin Bieber being held back by his bodyguards. You know what I'm saying? Like a little chihuahua being held back. It's like his own bodyguards knew, like, he would have lost, man. And that's tough on the pride, man. Doesn't matter how many females he got or who he's smashing, they are there only for that money. Anyways, it's good to be back. Got more vids on the way, man. Just trying to get settled, you know what I'm saying? When you're in the middle of a move, man, it just gets crazy up in here. But I'm alive and well, man. Ain't nobody touched me. Haven't been in jail, haven't been in the cell, haven't been doing nothing, man. I've just been hustling and grinding and working my way and letting the trolls, talk it up in my comment section. But I've been thinking about the big picture, man. For a while, I was a little bit heated because, a couple of y'all sourpuss cats, got to be trying to take down my channel and stuff like that. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, they just can't see positivity, man. Because if I'm out here doing some boonk stuff or doing some crazy stuff on this YouTube, that's all right. But me talking about how I don't want kids out here slinging on corners, carrying a 9 or a 40, looking for trouble, instead to keep it on you for your own protection, to live your life as a man or a female, if you're a female in an organization, to live it to the best woman you can be, rather than trying to live up to some conjured up image of a music video, thinking that true street cred comes from criminal behavior, when all that does truly is mess up your life. When you get too wrapped up and all you care about is colors and that's all you see, you miss out on the world, man. You miss out on valuable perspectives on different things. You kill opportunities for success. You shut the doors to continued success. I'm not saying you gotta be cool with everybody. All I'm saying is you can't have that teenage gangbanger mentality anymore, man. This is the real world, man. Everything you do has consequences to it. And I don't want a bunch of kids out there committing assaults, committing robberies, committing attempted murders just because they're trying to make a name for themselves. The best name you can make for yourself is that of someone who works hard, who rejects the stereotype of what we're supposed to be living. Life isn't about drive-bys, man. Because best believe, man, there's always somebody out there who cares less about life than you. And you might be out there one day with your grandkids, your kids, your significant other, man, and that's when it'll go down. You don't want that kind of worry on your back, man. You want people to see you, know you, respect you. Not necessarily fear you, but know not to mess with you. To be a positive influence to the ones younger than you, and sometimes even older than you, man. Sometimes some of these people can't get out of that gangbang mentality, man. Like Tekashi 6ix9ine, man. How many times does he have to get in trouble before he sees the light? You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you're going to see him in the papers because somebody hit him. And he knows he ain't going to survive in jail, man. So he should be trying to do everything to stay out of it, man. Keep his name clean. Keep his name clean, man. Because now it ain't funny, man. He ain't 15 no more. He ain't 16. Everything he says and does can be used against him in the court of law. He's a bigger influence than what I am. Maybe in the time that I've been doing this YouTube thing, maybe only 5 kids have said, you know what, he's right, man. I ain't got to get up today looking for beef with GD or beef with whoever. But Tekashi's out there bragging about carrying a Draco and stuff. Now you got kids out here trying to get their own. Kids out here committing robberies for the Instagram. It's not what life is about, man. It's not what it's about.